Well, Black and White Network, I tried to warn you guys that Kamala Harris was a communist. And when Kamala Harris stepped in for Joe Biden as the Democratic nominee, the media went through a glorification phase of deifying Kamala Harris. It's called the honeymoon phase. But apparently, guys, the honeymoon phase is over with. Completely over it, guys, because the mainstream media now is actually coming out and destroying Kamala Harris for her Soviet tactics with price control. No one, absolutely no one, should vote for Kamala Harris. This woman is a far left communist, man. And maybe, just maybe, the mainstream media will start doing their job. I mean, you got the Washington Post out there. You got CNN crushing her on this. You see, folks, all Donald Trump needs to do is let Kamala Harris talk. The same thing he actually did with Joe Biden. Remember when the media actually let Joe Biden talk during that debate? All Donald Trump had to do was sit back and Joe Biden destroyed himself. Now, folks, I can honestly say that Joe Biden would be a better option for the Democrats than Kamala Harris. Because, folks, the gloves are off, man. She has exposed herself as a full-blown communist. She's Maduro. She's Stalin. She's Mao. She's Castro. All in one. America better wake up, guys. America better wake up. Donald Trump is the answer. Because this time, guys, President Trump is actually going up against literal communism. If he doesn't get in and Kamala Harris actually gets her way, it's going to be full-blown communism, folks. Businesses will go under. People will starve. It is nice to see, man, that the honeymoon phase is over with, man, because we got some clips to go over, okay? CNN, Washington Post, let's get into it. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you watch on Rumble, click the join button to get access to the same thing. And everyone can also support us by becoming a member on blackandwhitenetwork.com or supporting us on Locals, both for just $5 per month. Check the links in the description. So here we go, guys. Right here, man, Kamala Harris laid out her communist plan. And when it comes to this price gouging thing, which really doesn't exist, by the way, everything that's going wrong right now is caused by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's inflation. Look here. House Republicans actually put out, CNN just destroyed Kamala Harris's economic agenda. We've seen this kind of thing tried in lots of other countries before. Venezuela, Argentina, the Soviet Union. It leads to shortages and would cause a lot of harm. Yeah. So let's go ahead and watch this clip here from CNN. Let's roll it.
Catherine, I read your piece and I heard you just mention it. The federal ban on price gouging for groceries. You are skeptical of this. Why?
Well, first of all, nobody can explain what price gouging means. It's like that old line about pornography. I know it when I see it, in the sense that what does it mean to have an excessive price or an excessive profit margin? That seems to be shorthand for a price or a profit margin that bugs me. That seems too high. So, it's very hard to pin down what this would actually mean. If you look at the legislation that, as I mentioned, is already in the Senate, led by Senator Warren and Senator Bob Casey and a slew of others, the particular way that this is written, which is likely to be the template for any proposal that Harris would eventually embrace, is especially bad in that it just bans excessive prices, grossly excessive profit margins, and says that the Federal Trade Commission can use any metric it deems appropriate to decide what that would mean, which basically says, like, it's not going to be markets, it's not going to be supply and demand that's determining how much your grocery store charges you for milk or for eggs. It's going to be some bureaucrat in DC, which seems like totally unworkable, first of all, for the FTC to be deciding like how much Kroger charges for eggs in Michigan. But it also would be very bad for markets. We've seen this kind of thing tried in lots of other countries before: Venezuela, Argentina, the Soviet Union, et cetera. It leads to shortages. It leads to black markets, plenty of uncertainty. And beyond that, the specific way this bill is written might actually increase prices because of some of the other language in it. Things like requiring public companies to disclose in their quarterly reports, their quarterly earnings reports, how they're setting prices, which is a great way to help them collude, which normally we don't want them to do. So anyway, the devil's in the details, I guess, for that bill, but it's really hard for me to imagine any form of legislation that preserves the spirit of what she's proposing that would not be, at best do nothing, at worst cause a lot of harm.
Yeah, it's going to cause a lot of harm. CNN even knows that. I mean, Kamala Harris, man, is just a straight up Marxist. There's no other way to put it. Even the Washington Post right here, guys. Look, this is from their website right here. It says, when your opponent calls you communist, maybe don't propose price controls. Yes, the media, guys. And these people are no fans of Trump. We know that. But even they see, man, what she's doing. This is really what the Democratic Party wanted, man. It's been working up to this point to where they can actually go out there and market themselves with a nominee as being full-blown communists. This is dangerous stuff, folks. It's dangerous stuff. You must vote Trump. Even President Trump here, man, put this out over here on X. Says, if you think things are expensive now, they will get 100 times worse if Kamala gets 4 years as president. Under a plan, Kamala will implement Soviet-style price controls. She will abolish private health care and make California's ridiculous tax policies the law of the land, meaning every American will be taxed up to 80% of their income. If you want more cash and less tax, vote Trump. He's right. And he put this out right here. He even actually has CNN in this clip. Let's roll this. As soon as I get the volume up.
Federal ban on. I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
We've seen this kind of thing tried in lots of other countries before: Venezuela, Argentina, the Soviet Union, et cetera. It leads to shortages. It leads to black markets.
Essentially what we're talking about is gargantuan big government that controls everything. What we're talking about is a war on capitalism.
It's not going to be markets. It's not going to be supply and demand that's determining how much your grocery store charges you for milk or for eggs. It's going to be some bureaucrat in D.C., which seems like totally unworkable.
It's always about control. They want to control. They want to be able to pick winners and losers and also be able to punish those losers.
Wow. That should be a wake-up call for every single American. And really, guys, when Bernie Sanders is coming out, who is an admitted socialist, he's coming out and saying that Harris is laying out a strong progressive agenda. He loves this man. Bernie Sanders, Bolshevik Bernie Sanders, man, loves this stuff because he's another communist as well, man. See, the Democratic Party, man, is filled with communists. And America, you better wake up or there will be no America anymore. People will die. People will starve. The government, man, is not going to protect you if Kamala Harris actually gets in charge, man. And there's a bunch of people, man, that's just going to go out there and vote blue no matter who, because there's a lot of people that aren't educated. There's a lot of people that don't understand basic economics. People have already suffered under these types of rules in place. Venezuela, Soviet Union, yeah, this is what communists do, man. This is what they do. America, you better wake up. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you next time.